Hello, everyone. Welcome to join us. I'm Summer, Overseas BD Director from SocialPeta. Nice to have you all here. Today, we are going to talk about the strategies to drive organic and paid traffic for mobile app growth. Firstly, we are all aware that COVID-19 had a big impact on our daily life and has caused negative impact on many sides. However, mobile gaming industry become exception from this trend. Mobile game DAU and revenue worldwide have growth significantly during this epidemic. For this reason, market competition has become very fierce. So launching a new app in a competition market or scaling up are not easy tasks. So what are the strategies that top UA team are using in 2021? So I'm happy to introduce you Jannet from Appbooster, a mobile growth expert. She will talk about the best practice and tools for maximizing user growth. Now, Jannet, please, let's have a discussion on this topic.
Thanks, Summer. Thanks for introducing me, and thanks everyone for joining us today. So I'm a mobile growth specialist at Appbooster, and today I will cover the basics of ASO, what it stands for, how to improve it, and what you should pay attention to in the area of upcoming updates. So let's start with a definition of ASO. We consider ASO as improving the visibility of your apps inside App Store search engines, such as Google Play or Google App Store, and also Apple App Store. It is the process of maximizing visibility of mobile apps on the stores and getting more downloads. And additional goals can include such items as increased brand exposure, audience engagement, and marketing channel diversification. You can promote your application in social media in media of different scales, but your main stage is your App Store page. And we divide the ASO into two distinguishable activities: working on visuals, icons, screenshots, app preview video, and working on text. So title, subtitle, description, and etc. Graphics impact on impression to install conversion, whether the app will catch users' eye and make them tap download or not. And text optimization influences the app visibility and how your app gets indexed by keywords in source search. It impacts ranking and audience reach also. And definitely there are different rules and restrictions in stores you need to keep up with. You should note that there are character restrictions in areas such as app title. And in both stores, it is one of the most important factors, and it has to contain some of the leading keywords, the ones that will allow users to find your app. In the App Store, it is possible to use 30 characters. And the second one is the description, and each store offers several options. The App Store includes a long 4,000 characters description, but it doesn't make any sense for a search ASO. But it is crucial for marketing purposes, as it gets users' attention and encourages them to install. And the last important field to consider is the keywords field, which is only available on the App Store, that is not public. It includes the keywords for which we opt our app to rank for. It allows 100 characters, and it shouldn't include keywords that are already on the app name or in subtitle. So despite the fact that information on Smart ASO is publicly available, we see multiple cases of not properly done ASO. And now we will consider the very common pitfalls. On this screenshot, you can notice that only the brand name is used in the title. There are no any keywords here, and the subtitle field is empty. And on the following screenshot, you can see that there is a room for more keywords because title and subtitle fields are not optimized. Also in the keywords field, you can add more search phrases and eliminate the keywords overlap. And now you can see examples of the proper done ASO. What we did and what we recommend to you is using the whole potential of metadata like title, subtitle, description, and keywords fields. Avoiding the keywords overlap, which is more about the App Store. Put in the keywords without spaces using quotes, adding prepositions and conjunctions to increase the number of possible keywords combinations. Also avoiding using the competitors' brand names in the metadata and in the keywords field as well. For Google Play, avoiding keyword stuffing, we recommend using one keyword up to 5 times throughout the text. And we recommend using additional locales to expand your metadata and add even more relevant keywords. Another piece of advice here is making obvious and concrete your unique selling point. Users spend just 3-5 seconds on your app page discovery, and it's your chance to captivate their attention, so your USP must be clear for them. Also avoiding the tiny graphics and lots of details on your creatives. And absolutely 100% please experiment with videos and run A/B tests. Also, that's a pretty plain one, but we also recommend updating text according to upcoming new standards. Google Play announced the new rules for app pages that will come into force on September 29th. And in Appbooster, we pay close attention to updates and help our clients to get aligned with the new standards. And as you know, in April 2021, Google announced upcoming policy changes for app metadata and new guidelines for creative assets. One of the most notable changes in the shortening of the app name from 50 to only 30 characters. Additional changes include the prohibition of keywords that suggest store performance from the title, icon, and developer name, and the elimination of graphic elements that may mislead users in the app icon. So the keywords top, number one, best, free, no ads, or ad-free are all terms that will not be allowed in the app title, icon, or developer name. In addition, the keywords that encourage users to take action, such as update now in the icon or download now in the app name, also emojis, repeated punctuation, or all caps are frowned upon and can lead to rejection. As for the App Store, one of the most desirable features is custom product pages. You'll be able to create additional versions of your product page with different promotional text, screenshots, and app previews to better showcase particular functions. It will also enable you to reach direct relevant audiences by a particular page using its unique URL and view performance in App Analytics. Another exciting thing is product page optimization. It is kind of A/B testing tool in the App Store that gives you an opportunity to optimize the default product page by trying out different app icons, screenshots, and app reviews, and comparing their performance. You'll be able to use App Analytics in App Store Connect to view impressions, conversion rate, and improvement, and compare their performance throughout the duration of your test, which can run up to 90 days. What else impacts your ASO? Updating ASO at regular intervals can bring with it added relevance to your audience. Also enables you to react to changing audience needs and competition changes with app refinement and improvement. Among other factors that impacts ASO are app size and download speed. The more installs in the less time possible, the better. It will affect the app position in the top charts ranking. References on websites. It's an ASO conversion factor as references give the app good publicity. That helps the user decide whether to download the app or not. And engagement. It may become an important factor as a large number of active users in our app will help in terms of positioning in top charts and featured. So let's dive into app reputation management. All that been said before was about organic users acquisition, but reputation management impact the paid user acquisition. And what we would recommend you here is keep watching and responding to users' reviews in a timely manner to build rapport. And if the users point out the bugs, let them know they have been heard and actually fix it. And then ask your users to give a review for your brand new updated app. And when you update the app in the App Store, you can reset the rating if needed. And additionally, of course, you can acquire incentive traffic. It is undeniable that the project becomes successful if it's adequate to the market, and if it meets users' needs and it's actually a high-quality developed app. We believe that a quality app with a valuable idea in it easily can gather high install numbers. And it's not a secret that we tap 5 stars on the app we really loved. Taking into account the wild competition, it's not always possible to get on top quickly. And this is a tricky human nature when people immediately share their bad experience rather than the good one. And even if you have a cool product, your reputation can be harmed by a few users who just didn't fully get how to use your app and who spot some bugs. That's why the market knows the ways to rapidly address the challenges, which are keyword-based promotion and reputation management. And one of such tools is incent traffic. So how it works, the user is required to complete a specific task in exchange for a price. This method has proved to be helpful, and it has a domino effect and can convince other users to leave a review. Let's also cover the traffic sources. You can get traffic in a store from various sources such as store trends and collections, articles, recommendations, featured category, top categories, and search. Obviously, having the sound ASO strategy is crucial because all the factors we mentioned today impact your app ranking. And ranking in the App Store and in Google Play is driven by 2 primary factors, keyword alignment and app install base. Text field in the App Store listings such as title, description, and keyword lists align the app with a particular set of keywords. And performance metrics, including download velocity, app ratings, and reviews, determine how well the app will rank for each of those keywords. Additionally, the Google Play algorithm may include external web-based performance metrics like citations and links as ranking factors. Outside of content optimization, Google looks at the performance of the app. On the Android side, they have access to the data, but for iOS, they have to rely on publicly available information. Another tool that can help you to grow is Apple Search Ads. These ads are shown in the search results and in the recommendations. As an ASO, Apple Search Ads has its own unique metrics and tactics in itself. There will be only one app that will be displayed in the search ads, so being displayed can be very competitive from time to time. And what we recommend here is stick to the relevant keywords for your app that clearly shows the USP. Please monitor search scores for each keyword and pick adequate bids for keywords. Apply both match types of the keywords. Launch with broad and then go with the exact match type. And also pick the appropriate campaign format. Both for ASO and Apple Search Ads, keywords are the primary thing to consider as the users will find your app via searching these keywords. And your keywords must be aligned with the keywords in your metadata. In order to increase the probability for your app to be displayed in search ads, Apple's algorithm needs to see your metadata consistent with the keywords you're bidding on in Apple Search Ads. Thus, Apple will consider your app as the best fit for the user searching for an app and will potentially choose your app for search ads. So today we talked about ASO fundamentals, we highlighted common pitfalls, shared a few tips with you that can be applied to ASO strategy. Please never stop working on your ASO and feel free to reach out to experts to exceed your ASO efforts. Thank you. I pass the floor to my colleague Samer from SocialPeta.
Okay, thanks you, Jannet. Hello, my topic is 2021 statistics, advertising strategies and trends in mobile industry. All data is collected from our product, SocialPeta, and the period is from the first half of this year. And our data will include 5 sections. The very first section is global. The very first section is global mobile market overview. Let's take a look. From the graph, we can see that the quantity of advertisers keep fast growing in the very first months of this year. So this means that advertising on mobile, the competition is still very fierce. And we see that highest quantity happens in April this year. And from this page, we can see from the pie chart above, among total advertisers, about 76% are non-gaming category, and about 23% of them are game categories. And also we can see from the bar chart beneath, advertisers more. So let's review the data geographically. We can see that the top 3 regions with most advertisers are European, North American, and Oceania. 26% of advertisers in North American are gaming, which is the highest proportion among other countries. Also, in our next section, we would like to share some market trends in CIS, US, and China mainland. We can see that in CIS markets, the leading advertisers for gaming are SLG and action shooting games. And its average monthly advertiser quantity is about 5,000, and the creative quantity remains 3 million in the first half of the year. Well, the non-gaming categories in CIS region, Facebook, Instagram are in top list. The average monthly advertiser quantity is about 7,000, and the monthly creative quantity is at 2.3 million. Let's take a look at US situation. We can see that casino game category dominates the chart. And the interesting stuff is that on many of the top advertisers, they are from Chinese studios. And we can see that the average monthly creative quantity is already over 6 million, making US the top country by creative quantity. Well, we can see from the non-gaming category that news and education are heavily advertised, and the average monthly creative quantity is around 8 million, and the highest volume of creative was in April, and it's already over 10 million. Let's take a look at the situation in China mainland. And for gaming category, we can see from the chart that real game money earning is the most popular type, and it can be combined with many gameplays, like combining with simulation, arcade, or casual elements. And from this chart, we can see that half of many popular games in China have already involved money earning element. And the monthly average active gaming advertisers is about 4,000. So let's move to non-gaming category. We see that shopping and real estate applications are heavily advertised in China. And the total advertiser for non-gaming is about 5,000, and the creative quantity is about 1.8 million, with a peak in March and has maintained a high growth. The next part, let's review the cost intelligence for CPM, CPC, and CTR. I believe this is an attractive topic for many listeners because we can observe that CPC and CPM, CTR on our product, SocialPeta. And let's take a look for the trend for mobile gaming. And on Facebook newsfeed, we can see that the average CPM for Facebook is about $15, and the year-on-year growth is 128%. Well, the average CTR is 1.78%, and its year-on-year growth rate is 80%. And we can also see that for non-gaming category cost, it's very different from the gaming parts. Well, it has quite a lower CPM, which was $3.3, and quite up CTR, which is 3%, and the year-on growth is 120%, while the CPC average is $0.2. And let's take a look for US part. We can see that the US average CPM was close to $40 and followed by Australia and South Korea. In Australia, it's 22%, while in South Korea is 30%. It's $30. Let's take a look for the for the non-gaming category. In US, the top which is also the top country for CPM, and the average CPM is $16.75, and also followed by Australia and Hong Kong, China. And we can see that in Australia, it's $15.66, and in Hong Kong, it's about $15. And we can also see that the 6 of the 10 countries in this region are from Asia Pacific. And we think that on some level, this means people in this region are very picky about non-gaming ads. For the next section, we would like to share some popular creatives for casual and strategy games. And the very first one is from Car Fix Tycoon, and we find it from Facebook news feed. And its estimated impression is 8 million, duration is 228 days. Let's take a look. Well, this kind of comparison video will inspire the user to take a try. And it's very classical because people will always think that they are the masters, not the amateurs. And the second video is from a very recent popular game. It's called Catwalk Beauty, and let's take a look.
This game is the ultimate fashion duel. What? Compete against your opponent by choosing the best outfit pieces for the theme. Time is limited, so make your choices quickly. Find out who wins at the end.
In this video, in the end, it tells the viewer that they lose the game, and this will keep the players want to keep trying until he wins. So I think that is the trick for this creative.
This game is the...
And let's take a look at the third one. Well, I have to say this creative looks very unusual. The very first 3 seconds seems irrelevant, and then it switched to the gameplay of the original game. I think the big comparison can give viewers strong impressions, so that's why it's been active for 188 days. And let's take this one. It's called Match It. Well, it's also a very popular perspective, showing how people play the game will make the game very credible, and that's also the part. That's the part for casual games. And the next game category we would like is about strategy games. Because Strategy games took account for 32% of total revenue in China last year. Among the top revenue Chinese global publishers, half of which are strategy games. We can see the top 5 biggest advertisers. They are Mafia City, Laws Mobile, Rise of Kingdoms, Rise of Empires, and Keys of Wars. From this page, it says that Mafia City runs way more ad creatives than other products, and its daily average quantity hits 7,000, while other creatives it's about 3,000. So based on the observation of SocialPeta, each strategy game runs about 1,000 creatives in half a year, and this makes the strategy game the most creative consumed gaming category. So let's take through about some classical creative ideas.
Play now.
Okay. This one shows how to line up your army and to make the best of your resources. I guess that's also the point of strategy games. And let's take a look at the second one.
Mafia City, download for free.
Well, this one is from Mafia City, and it tells a story for a rich man got subtouched and betrayed, and then turning his destiny at the end of the story. And we call it Up and Down story.
Muy buenas a todos, me llamo Álvaro845 y hoy vengo a presentaros un juego de estrategia para dispositivo móvil que me ha fascinado. Se llama Rise of Kingdoms. Os cuento muy rápido en qué consiste. Existen 11 reinos históricos diferentes para elegir dentro del juego. Por ejemplo, podéis jugar con Roma, con Alemania, con Francia, con España. Pero eso no es todo, sino que también existen personajes históricos dentro del juego. Imaginaos jugar con Julio César, con Don Pelayo, con Juana de Arco, con el Cid. Todo eso son personajes que podéis utilizar para conquistar, pero ahí no acaba todo, sino que cada reino tiene un estilo arquitectónico diferente, además de unidades y ventajas únicas de cada civilización. Awaits.
The third video is combining real person, especially a KOL. When a KOL introduced and recommended this game, many people will have interests to download this game. So that's also a very classic angle.
Muy buenas a todos.
And in our last section, we would like to share some market insights in mobile market. We found that the importance of creatives in advertising is increasing, and good creatives are particularly precious. And we found that the very first one is COVID-19 is horribly for our daily life, but nurtures a good environment for mobile game industry development. To achieve better marketing results, mobile game advertisers increase ad creative quantities. SocialPeta has captured over 19 million game ad creatives in first half year, and the year-on-year growth is 108%. And the second point we found is that iOS new policy affects tracking and attribution results. For that, iOS advertisers' creative share has fallen 13% comparing to the same period of last year. And the third one is for Chinese global publishers continue to advertising rapidly. From the perspective of media buying, there are more than 70% of products released by Chinese companies in top list. And the top 10 products in the US and Europe are all from Chinese companies. The last one is that we found more and more hardcore games start advertising again. We mean that hardcore mobile games. Take PUBG Mobile, for example, whose average daily creative quantity was about 600 and increasing 31% comparing with last year. Similar trends can be seen in games such as Genshin Impact, Roblox, and Call of Duty Mobile. All the trends tell us that creative is becoming more and more important for media buying performance. Advertisers need to compare more efforts to find hot creatives and the best marketing strategy. And as the world's largest ad intelligence platform, SocialPeta finds there are 3 factors define hot creatives. One is the creative should have more interaction. The second one is the creative should bring low cost. The third one is it has longer duration. So it makes us wondering how to define hot creatives. So in SocialPeta, you can find we have established for 6 years and the data is over 1 billion. And we found that you can see through many ad creatives on the platform because we cover over like 75 ad channels and over 6 countries and regions. So that's the way we thought that is the best to find the hot ad creatives. And that's the share part for my content today. And let's move ahead to Q&A section. And I believe the very first one is for Appboost, Jannet. So how to boost my app to the start to low organic traffic. So many key search terms are ranked now. So can you please help with that?
Yes, sure. It's important to understand what platform we're talking about. We all know that the App Store gives a modest boost for the first-time published apps, which is super helpful at the start. You should focus on the text and graphics optimization. Text optimization helps you to rank better and get indexed, and you should monitor the indexation and try out various keywords. As a tool for a quick boost for organic installs, you can use keyword-based promotion. It helps you to rank higher on target keywords and leads to organic users' growth. If you wonder what is the best strategy to start, we would recommend you to start with the low-frequency keywords, then use average and high-frequency ones. Remember that it's not the end of the story when you reach the target. You need to make efforts to keep your position for some time to get more organic installs. We always can help you to set up the right strategy. Just drop us a line. And Summer, another one question for you. Any tips for promoting utility apps?
Okay, from our perspective, we think that to promote utility apps is the same to promote other apps. To start your campaign, you should do some research. First of all, you should know what's your competitors or what's your similar apps. You can take a look to see what the ads they are using, especially for the longer duration or the better estimated impression ads. Second of all, you should try to figure out what ad channels they are using. You can check it by your own. You can see the ads on your own cell phone or you can take a look in any strategy or intelligence tools. Also, we suggest you can take a look about what's the tests, especially what's the hot historical tests they are using, because we thought that it's also one of the factors that will contribute to the performance. All the content, or to say all the indexes, can be found in our product SocialPeta. So that's the tips from my perspective.
Thanks, Summer. And can you please tell me how to run a test ad campaign?
Oh, okay. From our observation, we would suggest you can take the A/B test for an ad to start scaling up. And we think that there are three main factors in your campaign. One is the creative you are using, and the one is the audience you will target. The third one is we think that the test you are using. For A/B test, we suggest you should keep one atom the same. Keep one atom change and the other factors the same, and you can find the best combination. And once you find the best combination with all the factors, and you can use it to scale up your campaign and to get more installations. So that's our suggestion. And for the next question, could you please help with us, Jannet? It's how to correctly shorten the title in the Play market and not lose traffic.
It's a great question. I have to underline you will not lose any characters in your title right after the update. All metadata will remain, but as soon as you roll out a new build, you'll be asked to align the title with the new standards. And strategy on the title change is the same as in the App Store, so you need to pick up the most relevant and high-frequency search keywords. The volume you lost because of reduction can be returned by adding these search phrases into the short and long descriptions. And Summer, can you please tell me trends in the mobile applications market and successful cases?
Okay. In our presentation just shared, I believe the question has been answered. And if you miss it, you can follow the webinar section of our website after the meeting. We will upload the recording, and I believe you can find. Also, for the next question, I believe you can help with that, Jannet. It's that organic growth app ranking in App CRO experiments.
We get a lot of questions on organic growth, app ranking, and we considered these topics in our report. But the question on the in-app CRO experiments is extremely important. If I got you right, we're talking about conversion optimization inside the app. It's nearly impossible to make the right decision on product changes straight away and not to harm the metrics at the same time. Every time we solve these tasks, we test the hypothesis, and this is what we strongly recommend to you. You can apply A/B testing, surveys, landing pages. There are lots of testing algorithms. We at Appbooster have developed the in-house solution for A/B testing called Proba. Because we understand the importance and effectiveness of split tests, so we can do a quick demo for you, just reach us and we'll give you a more detailed overview. So that's it for now, I think. Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us today. Thanks to SocialPeta for this amazing opportunity and Appbooster team for making this webinar happen. Subscribe to our social media and never stop growing.